there. So we have a lot of options for the kitchen, and I am going to go through some of my very, very favorites and why I love them and how I use them and which ones I use most and that kind of thing, just to kind of, I know it can be confusing. So the first one, this is my go-to. I use this all day, every day, all the time I'm in the kitchen. This is called the kitchen cloth. Kitchen cloth. Looks like this. It's this big, has the grooves in it, comes in a bunch of different colors. I think there's like 8 or 10 colors. But the tag will say, I know this is backwards, but it'll say kitchen and then backlock. Backlock means that it has the silver in it. And if it has the silver in it, you don't want to use it with soap. You don't want to wash it with regular detergent that has like fillers in it, and you don't want to use bleach or fabric softeners on them. And the reason for that is it'll clog the fibers. And if you clog the fibers, then your rags start stinking. The silver can't go to work to keep this from having bacteria and stuff that grow in it. Remember, the silver does nothing to clean your surface. The silver helps your cloth so that your cloth can't harbor, mold and mildew and all that kind of stuff. So it's very important that you take good care of all of your Norwex, but especially the ones that say backlock. You want to be real careful with what you use with those. So this one I use with just water. I get it wet and I wash my countertops, my table all day, every day. Wipe my hands on it as I'm cooking. This is just, I recommend having a few of these. If you're like me, you go through these. Like, I probably wash it once a week, once every week and a half. It just kind of depends on, how busy it's been in the kitchen. So there's that. The next thing I use the most often is this. This is called our dishcloth. So this was the kitchen cloth. I know it's confusing. This is the dishcloth. It's a netted dishcloth. When you purchase it, it comes with 2. You get 2 really large pieces of netted dishcloth. I personally like to cut mine into 4ths because I think that that's just an easier size. It doesn't unravel, doesn't mess it up when you cut it. But what I like to do, I feel like everybody falls into one of 2 categories. You're either a rag person or you're a sponge person. And so I feel like this is a great tool for either party because you fold it up like this and you scrub your dishes. This is so great for washing dishes, casserole dishes, egg gunk. It will clean and clean and clean. I actually have a friend who uses it to get the bugs off the front of her car. So it is a heavy duty little tool. But it doesn't have silver in it. It's just a netted dishcloth. You can use this with soap. So this, you can go to town on your dishes with this. It will pick up a raw egg. If you drop it on the ground, it'll pick the whole thing right up for you. This is a great little tool to have. So highly recommend that. Another great thing to wash dishes with is this. This is our Sperry sponge. When you buy this, it comes in a 2-pack. However, it is disposable. It will last you way longer than those regular sponges that you use. But I'd say probably 2-3 months you'll use this. But it's a little it's like scrubby. I don't know if you can hear that. But it is safe on Teflon and copper and your glass top stoves and things like that. So this is a great thing to use to wash dishes with if you love a sponge. It's just made of nylon and rubber, so nothing can grow in that. To wash this, you'll just pop it in the dishwasher. It'll kind of fluff back up and be ready to go again. This, same thing. You just hold it out like this under the water, under your faucet, and everything will just like fall out of the holes. Or when you feel like it's ready for a good wash, you can put it on the top of your dishwasher and let it wash that way. This is not disposable, though you may get to a point where you feel like you want to dispose of it and move on. Since you cut them into 4s, you'll have a bunch of them. Okay, the next thing, and I don't use this a ton because I use my netted dishcloth so much, but this is an option for people. This is called our all-purpose kitchen cloth, and this is for people who love to wash dishes with a rag. You'll see here it does not have the backlock in it, which means it does not have silver, which means it's safe and perfectly fine to use with cleaners or soaps and things like that. It says it's for the kitchen. It's a soft one. It's a nice little weave, so you can use this to wash dishes, pots, pans. You can use it with, some of our all-purpose cleaners and things like that. and you don't have to worry about the silver getting clogged on these. Now, I don't like to use these constantly every day for the reason that they don't have the silver in them, so then they get stinky faster like regular cloths do. So keep that in mind, but this is a nice option for people who like cloths. Same thing with this. This is basically the same thing I just said with this, but this is a little more scrubby. It has little scrubby pieces in it, where this one is more soft. But both of these do not have the silver, so this is a good option for people who really, really love to wash dishes with like a rag. And then last but not least, what I'm going to talk about is the counter cloths. They come in a 3-pack, and they're this size. They're cute. So this is to take place instead of grabbing a paper towel. You grab one of these, you wipe up your mess, you rinse it off, you hang it to dry, and there's always one behind it. What I have found a beautiful use for this is giving these to my kids as napkins. So we don't go through nearly as many napkins. And this does have the silver in it, so you want to be careful with washing it with your regular detergent. But other than that, it's a really, really great napkin to use every day, and then you just wash them whenever you feel like they're ready. So I hope that's helpful. Have a great day.